something for you. But we've always talked throughout the season, if you lose the Super Bowl or whatever, it's a failure for you. If you come back and win, people keep asking me, are you going to come back? I don't want to speak for you, but have you even thought that far ahead? If by chance, you get back to San Francisco next year.
I mean, I got 1 year on this contract. I know that, and we'll try and figure out something for next year. The Chiefs organization knows how much I love them. I can't see myself ever playing anywhere else. So we'll deal with that down the road when the time is right. But right now, I'm focused on winning the championship this year.
Travis, this year, what are your expectations for yourself then this year?
Just to be the best, to be the best teammate, be the best leader I can. Last year, I think I failed, especially in that last game, and being a leader and being the one that could step up and make plays. So just setting the bar even higher for myself this year than I have in the past.
Other than winning another championship, what would make this season a success for you?
That's the only way I determine whether it's a success or not, man. It's just kind of how I'm wired now. Earlier on in my career, I would set those goals for myself, and I just think it's just more of a genuine feel and the right mentality. Just go out there and try and make every play for my team, whether it's receiving or blocking or doing whatever I need to do.
What did you try to do over the offseason to mentally get yourself ready for another football season?
Mentally? Yes. I mean, just as soon as I made the decision to come back, that decision for me needs to be made back in March or early April. Like you set the tone and you put a regimen together that gets your mindset, get your body. And really from there you can start to tweak your skill set, So it's just everything involved. You have to evolve every single year in all phases of the game. So you already know that started back in March, and so far we're on track.
How did you make the decision to come back for another year? How serious were you?
I mean, I love football. I don't think I really thought about it that much. My friends and family and the team and the guys and women in this building. I love coming into work every single day. It wasn't a very tough one for me. I know I'm getting older, but at the same time, I still feel like I got a lot that I can prove in this league. And with that being said, man, it really wasn't that hard of a decision for me.
We're going to go Sam, Zach, and then Bobby.
When you said you failed to be a leader in the Super Bowl, what do you mean by that?
I just didn't make the plays that I thought I should have made. I didn't get open in certain situations, blocking the right guys, having my attention to detail, motivating my guys to, get the the energy and the focus and the confidence that we needed during that game, and I just in that area I just felt like I failed my guys.
And then you said you had time this year to do some of that workout stuff. Was that all that prompted you to go through this workout?
Well, the biggest thing is just making sure you're out there on the field, being a leader, being the one that's setting the tempo in terms of your work ethic. And I think that is always number one. You got to be able to, walk the walk, as they say, to be able to talk it and preach it to guys. So I think just putting myself in the best situation I can athletically, that's going to pay off down the road in being a leader and being ready for those moments.
What was the process like? You touched on this a minute ago. What was the process like when you thought about not playing, and then it sounds like it was really simple in your mind? It wasn't that complicated of a decision.
Yeah, I really didn't feel like it was my last game. Just felt like I got a lot more to prove, and I have so much more fun coming into the building.
This is related, Travis, but that first podcast you guys did right after the Super Bowl, it really sounded like you were going to be torn, that you were really weighing all those things. Are you able to just clarify a little more about waiting those few days?
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to let the emotions die down. That was the biggest thing, is that you don't want to make decisions off of initial emotions. But for the most part, once they died down, I still felt like I had that fire in my chest to be able to keep coming in and building and be better and chase another Super Bowl, man.
We'll go Pete and then Matt.
Pat, Andy, media, they often describe you as a future Hall of Famer. I guess, how do you balance what you've already accomplished with staying hungry and what could be this final year or multiple final years?
It's all I know, man. It's all I know. I get that from the big guy. Coach Reed has set the tone, and he challenges us every single week, every single year to come in and be better than what we were last year. And I kind of just, inherited that over the course of being under Coach Reed throughout my 12 years here. It's just, it's a mentality that I know is going to set us up for success down the road. We might not be the same team that we are in preseason, that we are in, late December, early January, and hopefully February. And with that kind of mindset, no matter what you accomplish, you're always thinking about that next play and that next game and being better than your last.
Matt?
you continue to have more and more on your plate. I know you're in France on Monday. How do you balance all of that schedule, especially just going forward with everything that you have going forward with football and keeping maybe even separate or being ready for it?
Football is always going to be number one. I love this game. It's still my childhood dream. When I really thought about it, I think this offseason I got back to, just wanting to focus more on this game and getting the most out of this game as I possibly can while I'm still putting on the cleats and putting on the pads. So this will always be number one in terms of, my business, world and my career path. And, with that being said, everything else is just kind of, making sure that I'm accountable for the people that I agree to team up with, like the podcast and going over to France.
Did Coach give you any advice as far as how you balance that time during this offseason and just kind of giving some time for yourself and say, hey?
I mean, Coach has always given me advice at everything in life. I think he's kind of trusted me in a lot of the aspects, knowing that I've handled it a certain way. But he's also challenged me a lot to make sure that I'm still being the guy in the building for him to be able to lean on in terms of that leadership. So
We're gonna go last couple, starting with Blair.
Travis, we saw the ring boxes set up outside. What will the ring this year symbolize for you?
Everybody has their own view on it. Unfortunately for me, I'm only interested in Super Bowl rings. I know what the AFC Championship means to this organization and the family, and the 15 wins and everything is something special that I let everybody else be happy with. Last year wasn't a success for me, and I'm motivated to make sure that we get that other ring this year.
We're gonna go last two, Sam.
Travis, just one more follow-up on your off-season work. Do you already notice the effects of the work that you've put in?
Yeah, and I'm still putting it in. It's going to be a grind. It's going to, that's what I'm talking about. You got to make that decision early in the off season for a guy like me, because that grind starts now and hopefully it ends in February. And you just keep that consistent work ethic throughout it all, and hopefully throughout the rest of this off season, going into the actual season, and then towards the playoffs. If we're lucky enough to make the playoffs and make another run at it, you'll keep seeing me get better and better as I plan to.
Last one.
Do you enjoy still coming in and the young guys, as you get to be kind of you've been the vet, but to be the older vet in the room now and working with the younger guys? How do you relate to them, and how do you, I guess, put into them what it means to be a chief and the level of success you guys have
Yeah,
attained?
I mean, they've seen the logo before they got in the building. They understand what type of history and what type of prestige is here, and just the culture of winning football games. So when you get into this building, it's serious. We're coming to work, and I think it's not just myself being the oldest guy in the room. It's guys like Chris Jones and obviously Pat Mahomes, Drew Tranquil. Bert. Everybody's really putting their spin on it. But I think when you get young guys in the building and you get them around this culture, they understand real quick what exactly it takes to be a champion. And with that being said, I love helping everybody out. It's only going to make us better as a team if everybody has that one goal in mind. And sometimes you just need that reassurance when you're that young that you're doing the right things, and you got to keep moving forward. So
Thanks, Travis.
have a good one, guys.
The route that he was supposed to run, I thought he was going to do something. He thought he should do something else, and then we kind of were off page, but that's what this is for. You try to learn those things, and if we get that rep in the game now, we know we're going to be on the same page. We talked it through and had that chance to do it on the practice field.
What are your expectations for Travis this year at 35?
Yeah, I expect Travis to be Travis, man. And obviously the play on the field is going to be high. He's going to go out there with the mentality that we're trying to win the Super Bowl this year because falling short this last year. But then I think more than anything, it's the leadership that he brings to the building every single day, and how he leads by example and how he leads vocally. It's a big impact on our football team. And so I expect him to play at a high level and then be an even better leader.
Patrick, it's been a while now, but did you have any serious thoughts that Travis might really say this is it after the season? Or how engaged were you with him in that time when he was?
We never talked about it. I think you have that in the back of your mind. I mean, for anybody that's played a lot of football seasons, there's always a chance if they're going to come back and you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work in the off season. I think everybody wants to play the games, but putting in the work in the off seasons where stuff gets strenuous. And so for him, I think it was just recalibrating, seeing where he's at, and then I mean, from what I've seen, I think y'all can see it, man. He's ready to go. I mean, he's been putting in the work this offseason, and he's excited for another chance to make a run at it.
You just figured give him space. I mean, you didn't want to.
No, I don't ever press guys and stuff like that, and I just thought I'd give him space and let him make that decision on his own, because you don't want to have regret either way. I mean, if you come back, you don't want to come back and not give everything you have to it, and if you leave, you don't want to leave too soon. So it's a happy medium that you have to find. Hopefully I don't have to find it for a long time, but that's something that every athlete has to deal with in whatever career they have.
Patrick, the outside expectation is that the weapons will be healthy, protection should be better this year. When you hear something like that, what can the offense be if all that is true?
Yeah, I mean, I think all you can do is just be better than you were the day before. I mean, obviously, we have an expectation that we're going to go out there and score every single drive, but that comes with a lot of single reps, a lot of practice reps, a lot of time spent with the guys, and so it takes every single person in the building to go out there and have the top offense in the league, and so we have to just go into every practice, every film study, whatever that is, with that mindset that we're going to get the best out of it.
Patrick, when you look at that,
This is the first time in a while that you've come into this camp with your receivers having been here the year before a lot of them. Do you notice a difference this time of year with those guys that haven't played in this offense before?
For sure. I mean, I think you saw even at the beginning of last year before Rasheed got hurt. I mean, whenever you have a guy that you've spent that time with and have that connection with, you can hit the ground running because you know those different things. And so seeing that with Xavier this year and Hollywood and Rasheed and Juju and all these guys, man, I mean, they've done a great job of working and continue to work to get even better. And so you can talk about stuff that's happened in prior years, and that's where me and Travis have had so much success is when you get multiple years of reps with guys, you continue to get even better and better on the football field.
but Patrick, when you follow up on that, it seemed like a lifetime. But 3 years ago, you all were the top offense in the league. Just over the beginning of this last year. Last 2 years, even though you won a Super Bowl and went back to the offensive dip, injuries, of course, played a factor in the last season. Would it be a disappointment to you with what you have and what you're seeing in practice right now that you all aren't back where you were 3 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I mean, you want to be the top offense in the league when you step in the building every single day. But at the end of the day, you want to win the Super Bowl. And so for me, I wasn't as disappointed in not being the top offense as I was at losing the Super Bowl last year the way we lost it. And so our goal is to do whatever we can to win the football game. And hopefully for us, that's being the top offense to go along with the great defense that we have.
The rookies that are on the team now, what have you seen since they've been here and them ascertaining the playbook and getting the reps in with you all? Where would you put them at right now?
Yeah, no, I think it's kind of cool to see. I don't know if it's like an NIL thing or guys staying in college longer, but it's a very mature group. It's guys that come in and they know how to work, they know how to get after it, but they're learning quickly. And so to hear them talk and to hear them do different things, I don't know if they've transferred or whatever it is. They've been in different offenses, but they have a good understanding of football. And so now it's about teaching them how to work to the standard that Coach Reed has. And for any rookie, that's going to be a challenge, but I thought these guys did a great job of picking up on it.
But picking up a playbook like a Josh Simmons and are they
Yeah.
getting it from what you
Yeah, Josh is doing a great job, man, and he's getting healthier and healthier every single day, and he's doing a great job of learning. I mean, he's getting the ultimate test going against Spags and seeing the blitzes that he's going to see, and so he'll continue to get more and more reps, but he's doing a great job with the whole process, and I'm excited for him to get even healthier going into training camp.
We saw the ring boxes out there. Are those this year kind of a painful reminder of the way the season ended, or a symbol of what the team accomplished getting to the Super Bowl?
A little bit of both. I mean, I appreciate it because I know at the end of my career I'll look back and remember those times with that team. But obviously the ultimate goal is a Super Bowl ring, and so you have a little bit of you appreciate it because you know what you did with that team, but it's a reminder for you to go out there and be even better. I put it this way: I put those like in my safe, and I put the other ones on top of my safe. I keep both, but some of them I showcase a little bit more.
Patrick, what does the next month look for you? I think you probably takes a personal time, but how do you stay in tune football-wise over the next month or so?
Yeah, it's a lot of working out. This is like when Bobby gets excited because he knows I'm going to be in the gym working out. And so it's a lot of working out, throwing with some of the guys that will be in town, and then spending some time with my family just because knowing that I'll be in football season and miss a lot of that time. So there'll be a lot of parks and water parks and stuff like that to go along with a lot of football workouts.
You always wish it was a little more time because it seems like it's shorter and shorter.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how it works, man. It just seems like the off season gets shorter and shorter every single year. But That's part of the process, man. I think Coach Reed's done a great job of kind of pulling back a little bit in some of these OTA type days just to kind of keep guys' legs under them. But I think it's like 4 weeks. I'll spend as much time with my family, try to stay in shape as best as possible.
Secondaries always change and go. You know, this time Reed's out, a couple other people are spacing in. How do you feel that evolution is through these OTAs and minicamp and your secondary?
I mean, that's what comes with the game. You know, we love Jay Reed. We love the DB room. I've loved every DB room I've been a part, but like I said, that's what comes with it. All the new guys, they're doing a great job. We're just trying to lead all the guys that's been here, show them how we move, how we prepare, and they jumping right along and doing great.
Going into a contract year, I mean, it's a big year for every player. What's kind of your thought process as you're just thinking about planning for preparing for the season?
Just trying not to worry about that. Just control what I can control. Come out, do my part, try to help the team win, and everything else will handle itself.
You've had just some bad luck the last couple of seasons with injuries. How are you feeling now? And I mean, what do you feel like you can accomplish if you get a full season with not having to deal with some of those nagging injuries?
Yeah, injuries are tough. But I'm just blessed to be in the position I am. I know that's what comes with the game. Hopefully I can have a full, healthy season, and we see what happens. But I feel pretty good right now.
What did it mean for you last year when you were injured for a lot of the fans sort of clamoring for you to get back, like I'm sure you're reaching out on social media and so on and so forth, just having you back in the building?
I mean, I felt a lot of support. It felt good. It made me want to come back even faster, just try to help my team and try to make history. Unfortunately, we fell short, but you know, it's worth a try, and I don't regret anything I did.
Matt mentioned your contract year. What's it meant for you to be a seventh rounder and to really earn the starting role, you know, on a team in the NFL?
It's a good feeling, but you got to keep it. So each year I try to go in and make a name for myself, and I'll try to do the same this year.
Jalen, I took some footage of Coach Mary yesterday doing practice while he was working field. What's it like being you're in the room, but if you were a final role, what would fans like to take away from learning under Coach Merritt and Coach Staggs in that defensive back room?
Man, our whole defensive coaching staff is just so great. They've been doing this so long and winning at a high level for so long. We just try to soak in all the knowledge we can. They wouldn't tell us anything wrong, so we have blind faith, always trusting them, and they wouldn't do anything to hurt us. So it's been great. Me and OBC, so we call Coach Merritt, we've had a great relationship. Us in the Fat Five since we've been here. You know, he gave us that name, and it's just been great working under them.
A lot of times teams go through transitions with coaches and coordinators. Being that he's been, you've been here, and they've been here since you've been there. How has it made playing defense easier for you all?
Yeah, it's super easy. He knows, like, whoever's in the game what we like to do. Spaz does as well. We always have different checks, and different people have different chemistry. But we all just come as one, and it's a lot faster because we're all familiar with each other.
And Jalen, there were a lot of guys last year, Isaiah, Pacheco, Hollywood, and you kind of rushed back to try to help the team. Do you feel like you're going to be different physically this year compared to maybe what you were at the end of last year because of the injury?
Of course, yeah. Being fully healthy will help a lot, I hope.
Where were you late in the season last year? Like, was it, I imagine, still battling through that even after you came back?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard, but it was worth a shot. Like I said, I just wanted to try to get out there and help my team win.
With Christian coming in, you guys are kind of both teammates and competitors in a sense. What's it been like getting to know him, and what kind of a player did the Chiefs get?
Very physical, smart player, has great energy. The whole room loves him, so it should be healthy competition. You know, I've been doing this for 4 years now, so that's nothing new, but it should be fun. And you know, playing in the secondary, you need that depth, just so if anyone gets hurt or anything, you can have someone come in and step up and, you know, play the role correctly, and there's no drop off. So Noah as well. Noah's looking great. He's a great corner. And then we still have Josh and NJ, so it's great depth.
Last one, Nick.
Yeah, Jalen, do you feel like any of the pressure's off? Because you guys aren't necessarily chasing football entirely with a three-peat. You're just playing ball again.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's pressure.